Hey everyone, it's Eric Jensen here again for more sports talk. um, anyways, we've got, we'll preview some college football games that are coming up. The good news, USC is not going to get blown out this weekend because they have a bye. Always a good thing to not get blown out. Anyways, there's good news that some injured players are making their way back for USC. Jackson Dart's doing more. We've got some guys on the defense that are playing for the first time. So it could be good. And they're always talking about, trying to get some younger players in there. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens going into the Notre Dame game. Hopefully they can continue at least the streak of winning on the road that they've had this year. Other things that have been going on, the U.S. beat Costa Rica 2-1 in the World Cup qualifying, so they're currently second in the CONCACAF standings. It looks like Mexico, U.S., and Canada are right there on the top of the group. So as long as they qualify for the World Cup, that's good. And again, they made the changes to put their better guys in there, the ones that aren't hurt, and miraculously we won. So I don't know what you're trying to do. Don't save your guys in World Cup qualifying. Put your best guys out there. They're big guys. They're fit. They can take a few games in a few days. So that's my opinion, at least. Yeah. Other good news, the Anaheim Ducks started their hockey season with a 4-1 win against the Winnipeg Jets. Some of the young guys look pretty good. So that's always promising. I mean, again, I'm not expecting much from them this year, but they should be an entertaining team at least. And they finally got a couple goals on the power play, something that they just couldn't do all of last season. They've got Trevor Zegras on the power play. It's his power play now. Even Ryan Getzlav, captain, is saying, yeah, it's his power play. He's going to be running it. So I expect to see a lot more from the power play there. Other things that happened in hockey, Alex Ovechkin moving up. I think he was now 5th on the all-time leading scoring for goals scored. He could very well go all the way to the top and catch Gretzky. So it's quite impressive. And Vegas defeated the Seattle Kraken in their first game 4-3. It was a good comeback from the Kraken to make it competitive against Vegas there after going down early. And so again, I mean, this is hockey like basketball and baseball to somewhat. I mean, they've got long seasons, so it's a long grind. It's a long grind through the regular season. Anyways, what else is going on in the world of sports? Well, we can get to the college football preview. Some good games coming up this week. We've got run down my list of games. San Diego State at San Jose State. San Diego State's undefeated, and they'll remain undefeated. I think they'll win comfortably. San Jose State isn't all that good. So then UCF is at Cincinnati. UCF, both teams going to the Big 12, but Cincinnati's a step above UCF this year. And they'll win big. We've got Oklahoma State as an underdog at Texas, even though Oklahoma State is the undefeated team. I still think the Cowboys. Give me the Oklahoma State team. I think Texas just can find ways to lose games. I'm still not sold on Steve Sarkisian as a head coach, as a bitter USC fan on that. We've got Auburn, Arkansas. I think the Razorbacks, and I think it'll be big too. I don't believe in Auburn. I don't think Auburn is all that good. So give me the Razorbacks by a lot. Florida at LSU. Ed Orgeron might be out of a job because Florida's going to cream LSU. And yeah, Yeah, LSU's not going to, and it's at LSU. I don't know when their bye week is, but if it's anytime soon, they might not have Ed Orgeron anymore, which is sad because I like Ed Orgeron, but I think he is a much better, assistant coach rather than head coach. And he's an awesome interim head coach, but don't really need that. The biggest game of the weekend, Kentucky at Georgia. Both undefeated. We'll find out if Kentucky's real. I don't think they are, but I've been wrong about them most of the season. So who knows? I think Georgia will win pretty comfortably. I think, they've only given up 2 touchdowns all season long. I don't think Kentucky is going to outmuscle Georgia, and that's Kentucky's style of football. So they're going to go down. Got Purdue at Iowa. Give me the Hawkeyes. They don't have an offense, but they don't need an offense when they get so many turnovers. We've got another crazy good game, BYU at Baylor. Big 12 rivalry here, soon to be. A lot of people are picking Baylor. I think Baylor's pretty good on offense. They've improved a whole lot on their offense from last season. I still think the BYU is better. If they don't turn the ball over like they were doing against Boise State, they're more physical, and I like the Cougars on the road. Pitt at Virginia Tech. Give me the Hokies in a close one. The Virginia Tech can't help but play close ones, so give me that. Then in the loser game of the Pac-12 with 2 of the maybe worst teams, we've got Arizona at Colorado. And I don't know what to do with this one. I don't even know why I have this on here, but I think Colorado will win and Arizona will probably go winless this year. Oh yeah. Fresno State at Wyoming. Wyoming's doing all right. Fresno State is not doing as good after looking all right earlier in the season. So I'm at Wyoming. I'm going to go with Wyoming. I don't think Fresno State's going to do well there. It's too cold. I wouldn't want to be there. Alabama coming off their loss against Mississippi State. I think they're going to win big. Ole Miss at Tennessee, the sneaky game. Lane Kiffin coming back to Knoxville. I think Ole Miss is going to win. Tennessee's been better, but I don't think they're quite as good as Ole Miss. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a shootout, and I think Ole Miss will come out on top. And then back on the West Coast, we've got Stanford at Washington State. Washington State pulled an upset that I can't believe against Oregon State. I thought Oregon State was going to comfortably win. And statistically, Oregon State moved the ball, and they just couldn't win, though. I don't know. So Stanford's going to win that against Washington State. I don't believe in the Cougars. We've got UCLA at Washington here in Washington. So I don't know what to think in this game. I'm going to say it's going to be really close, and I think the Huskies are going to win by a point. We'll say that. Arizona State at Utah. This is probably the game that will determine the Pac-12 South race. They're both undefeated in the Pac-12 South. Utah coming off the big win against USC. I just don't think that Utah's offense is as good as they looked against USC. Again, I don't think Utah is a good football team. Arizona State is a good team, not a great team, but I think that they can always. Arizona State, you're always guaranteed that they just drop a game here or there. But I don't think they're going to drop it here. So I think Arizona State's going to go into Salt Lake City and win. And then last on it, I've got Air Force at Boise State. Air Force has only got 1 loss, but I think they'll have another. I think Boise State's all right, and I think they're going to win. So that's my college football predictions for this week. Heisman, I haven't seen anyone really. They've got the Ole Miss quarterback. I'm liking what he's doing. I don't think Bryce Young for Alabama. I think he may get up there into the ceremony, but I don't think he'll win it. You know, if Drake London was on a good team, like if USC was actually winning games, he might actually be up there, because my goodness gracious, that guy is incredible. Unfortunately, he's not going to be up there because USC is awful. And then I guess I'll leave it on the coaching search. James Franklin is rising up on a lot of boards. I still don't really like him. I mean, I would be okay with him, I guess. He'd be a step up from Clay Helton. Yeah, I trying to think of who else is there. The Baylor head coach, I'm hearing, could be one to look at. So I may take an interest in that BYU Baylor game. He's rising up on some of the boards. Other than that, I mean, the Iowa State Matt Campbell, I haven't heard as much from him since Iowa State isn't doing as well. And the Cincinnati one, their head coach, that seemed to fade. I mean, this is just all on, rumors and who knows what's real. But, I mean, would he be good out west? I think if you can coach football, USC can get the recruits, and it would be good to get some toughness. So if he can bring that from Cincinnati, that would be good. I don't know if there's a single good coach out there, like the home run hire this year, unfortunately. I mean, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. That's my update. My update is that there is no update. Anyways, have some fun watching college football. Again, check out hockey. Get a team. Hockey is incredible. It is extremely fun. Just so fast-paced. So entertaining. So much faster than others. And anyways, have it so good.